Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. If you want up to 15 free stocks, Moomoo is going to give you up to 15 free stocks. When you open a new Moomoo brokerage account, you put $100 in that brokerage account, they're going to give you 5 free stocks. You put $1,000 in that brokerage account, they're going to give you 15 free stocks. Limited time offer. Don't delay. Act today. Get down in that description box. Click on that Moomoo link. Open up that Moomoo account today. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. Let me tell you guys, I've used the Moomoo brokerage account for all of 2024, and it's given me an opportunity to buy some big boy blue chip paper assets that I've made a lot of wealth. And hear what I'm telling you. It does matter which brokerage app you use. I choose to use Moomoo, and it has given me the advantage. Why? Because it gives me a lot of data. Every day I go into that Moomoo app, I can look at the absolute real-time data that it provides me to help me become a better investor that day. It helps me become a better long-term investor. It's easy to use, and I can go find the information I need quickly on that Moomoo app, and I can execute. See, when you got information, guys, at your fingertips, you can execute better. So whatever brokerage app you're using, hopefully it's giving you that. If it's not, you need to get down to that description box and click on that Moomoo link, man, and sign up for Moomoo and join me. Again, man, it's about information and what you do with that information, how fast you can get your hands on that information sometimes. Think about this week in the stock market. It was a roller coaster. You needed real-time information to be able to execute. I had that real-time information through my Moomoo brokerage app. So if you want to join me and get on the team, get on the Moomoo team, thousands of you guys have this year. Why? Because I'm pretty consistent with what I do on my YouTube channel, guys. When I use something, I use it and I tell others about it. Listen, man, 2025 is going to be a monster. And I'm going to be sharing with you guys the 8 mega stocks. 8 mega stocks that I'm going to be buying all of 2025 that I believe I'm going to 20x my net worth, my wealth. Again, this has nothing to do with my wealth transfer blueprint 1.0. You guys know that's my traditional investing strategy that I use, and I'm not changing that. These 8 mega stocks are going to be money that I'll be putting into those from my cash reserve. See, I earn money, and instead of taking that money and spending it to make somebody else wealthy, I earn that money and then I put it into these 8 mega stocks. I put it into my wealth transfer blueprint 1.0, where I can build my wealth. I can 20x my wealth. Why is that important? Why do I spend so much time trying to 20x the wealth? The reason being, guys, is I'm not going to be on YouTube forever. At some point, I'm going to want to kick back and do nothing but just enjoy life, right? And I need assets to be able to generate income to do that. So while I'm working out here in my active income, I'm on YouTube, I do other things, I make this money, and I want to put it in something that will grow. And then when I'm ready to kick back and no longer want to make YouTube videos and go retire on my island in the Caribbean Ocean, I got assets that'll generate income to take care of me. That's the whole point of this, guys. So all I'm telling you is get yourself down in the description box and click on that Moomoo link. Get yourself signed up if you want to follow me and join me in 2025. That's how I'm rolling. I'm rolling with Moomoo in 2025. So if you want to roll with me and copy the plan, You need the brokerage app that I use. So get down there in that description box, first link, and click on that Moomoo link. Get you up to 15 free stocks, and now you're ready to roll with me. Now let's go tear up 2025. We're going to tear it up. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm giving you my opinion. This is not financial advice. This is an opinion based on 30 years worth of doing this. It's just my opinion. It's just my prediction. What's going to happen in 25 is my prediction. But if you go back to January 2nd, 2024, what was my prediction? 24 was going to be a monster. Guess what it was? It was a monster. It was a monster. We got a couple weeks left. Less than 2 weeks left in 2024. Hopefully you guys have increased your net worth over that time period. I don't know. But all I can tell you is if you didn't, get in place. Get in position and be ready to go for 25. I'm gonna be on here every day. 365 days, I'm gonna be on YouTube telling you guys exactly what I'm doing. And if you wanna copy the plan, copy it. If you wanna create your own plan, create your own plan. But I'm gonna be on here. This is my promise to you guys. Lord's willing now, I gotta be healthy. But Lord's willing that I'm healthy, I'm gonna be on here for 365 days next year. Helping you guys build wealth. Telling you what I'm doing. And if you want to copy the plan, copy it. Had you followed the blueprint in 2024, your net worth would be looking really nice right now. A lot of you did, a lot of you didn't. Also, www.richardfain.net. That's the website address. That's the second link down below. First link is Moomoo. Number one link, Moomoo. Second link, website. Why is the website address so important? Because that's where your financial literacy gonna come from. That's where your knowledge base. You want to build up your knowledge base. You want to get your financial knowledge base built up so when these opportunities present themselves, you understand them and you know how to execute because you're comfortable and you're confident with your knowledge base. If you got an empty knowledge tank, right? If your knowledge tank is empty, you ain't gonna execute. You're just gonna be scared and afraid and in the matrix. But if your knowledge tank is full, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna see what I see. And what I see is opportunity every single day. Next year, the market is open, there's opportunity. But if your knowledge tank is empty, you ain't gonna see no opportunity. All you're gonna see is worry. You're gonna be scared and worried and oh my goodness, what's gonna happen with the tariffs? Oh my goodness, what's gonna happen with the taxes? Oh my goodness, you're gonna be concentrated on stuff you have no power to change and miss all the real opportunities. See, that's what the 1%, guys, listen to me. The 1%, they want you to focus on things that you have no ability to change. You do get that, right? We do understand that, right? They want you to focus on things you have no ability to change. Please focus on things you can have the ability to change, which is what you do with your money. See, you have the ability to change what you do with your money. You have no ability over what the tariffs are going to be. You got no ability over what the tax cuts are going to be for the wealthy, because you know they're coming, right? You know the tax cuts coming for the wealthy. The people who are going to pay all the taxes are people like you and me. I don't care if it's tariffs. I don't care if it's cutting taxes. The wealthy profit from those things. You and me can profit as well, but we got to have our knowledge tank full. We can't have the knowledge tank empty. So get to the website, check out the 10 big boy blue chip digital products. Everything from credit restoration, credit repair, increase your credit score, how to invest in the stock market, investing in real estate with little to no money down, mindset, you name it, it's on there. And guess what? Thousands of you guys in 2024 did that. Matter of fact, it was over 400,000 of you guys that went and visited that website. And a lot of you guys made an investment in yourself and got your knowledge tank full. Some of y'all came through there, knowledge tank still empty. Why? Because you didn't make an investment in yourself. See, you got to understand, ain't nobody going to give you nothing, guys. You can sit around here and wait for somebody to give you something. You're not going to get anything. Anything you get out of this life, you're going to have to go out and earn it. Fill up your knowledge tank for 2025. If your knowledge tank is empty on January 2nd, 2025, you have lost. I'm telling you right now, fill your knowledge tank up before 2025. January 2nd, 2025, knowledge tank needs to be full, not empty. Please don't be empty on that date, guys, or you're going to miss the whole year. You're going to miss the whole year. Right? So get to the website, check that out. And then when you're in the website, you need to consider joining the Wealth Builders to keep your knowledge tank full. Can't go out and do one little thing and think that's going to fill your knowledge tank for the rest of the year. It won't help. It won't happen. You got to continuously keep that knowledge tank full. How do you do that? Surround yourself with 1,200 other people that want to build wealth. That's what the Wealth Builders financial community will provide you. We will provide you 1,200 people just like you with their knowledge tank full. And they're ready to do what? Give you some of that fuel, that financial fuel, through best practices, golden nuggets, tips, what's working, what's not working. We're ready to give that to you. But you gotta make a decision. You want to come out of the matrix and join the financial community that we offer called the Wealth Builders. All you got to do in the website is click on the join button or the membership button. It'll take you over to Patreon. And then your whole financial life changes. Plus, you got access to me. Every single day, 365 days a year, you have a direct pipeline to me to ask me questions through direct message. I already told y'all I ain't answering. I'm not doing any mentoring or coaching just in the wild internet. That ain't happening. If you want mentoring and coaching from me and 1,200 other people like me, you need to come over to the Wealth Builders. Make an investment in yourself, guys. Or here's your other option. Stay in the matrix with your knowledge tank on E. You can stay in the matrix with your knowledge tank on E and build no wealth in 2025. Build not one lick of wealth. Listening to the folks in the matrix, which is the 1%, right? They want to keep you there and they want to keep you dependent on them. The only way you get independence is you got to get out of the matrix. You got to get your knowledge tank full and keep it full. And you keep it full by being in a financial community like the Wealth Builders, where we can feed into you. We can give you fuel when you need it. Hey, guys, I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about that. Can somebody help me? Boom. You got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 people that jump in and say, hey, man, this is the way we doing it. This is the way I've done it. Here's what I experienced. Here's some things you can think about. Wouldn't that be wonderful if you had that every single day, 365 days a year, as opposed to you sitting up here in the matrix by yourself with an empty knowledge tank, nobody to help you, exposed to all these grifters and all these scam artists out here? Get in there, because see, we don't play that in the Wealth Builders. Don't nobody come in there to sell nothing. We don't try to sell you nothing. It's simply there to provide you the things that I mentioned earlier. Tools to build wealth. So come join us. We'd love to have you. All right. Well, I got 8 mega stocks for you guys today. Now, again, disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, guys. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. You do whatever you want to do. I'm telling you what I'm going to be doing. And I'm just telling you what history tells me. It's a good plan. You can copy my plan or you can create your own plan. I keep telling y'all that. My plan is just a regular schmegular guy who doesn't have a Series 6, a Series 7, a Series 63, a CFP, none of that. I'm just a regular guy out here that knows how to go on the internet, research stuff, and I've been doing it for 30 years, and I know how to put my money into stuff that make money. These 8 stocks that I'm getting ready to give you, I believe will make money for me. Some of them have already made money for me. And they will continue to in 2025 because they can. They're proven money makers. See, the thing is, guys, you got to find stuff that multiplies your money while you sleep. It has to multiply your money while you're doing other things. See, I don't want to be into anything that I got to spend all my time on to multiply my money. I don't want that kind of investment. I want an investment where I can spend very, 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 very little time focused on the investment and take my time and focus on people. Not the investment, but people. Focus on lifestyle, focus on enjoyment. I want to spend very little time focused on my money multipliers, but I want to spend a lot of time focused on helping people, enjoying life, experiencing things, right? That's what I want to spend my time on. I don't want to spend my time working all the time. A lot of you guys spend most of your time working. Do you want to do that for the rest of your life? When do you want to stop doing that? I was fortunate enough 5 years ago to stumble upon an amazing opportunity like YouTube. 5 years ago, I stumbled up on it and said, you know something? I'm going to quit my full-time job in banking, making a nice, healthy six-figure income, and I'm going to help people. Let me see if I can pull this thing off. And guess what? 5 years later, wonderful. I figured out a way to spend more time helping people, enjoying life, having life-changing experiences, spending more time with my young daughter and my family, as opposed to working all the time. I'm trying to put you in a position where you have the ability to do that if you want to, but you gotta follow the blueprint. So here we go. Again, not a financial advisor. You don't have to do nothing I'm doing. Do whatever you want to do. I'm just telling you what I think is going to 20x the net worth, 20x the wealth next year if I follow the blueprint. See, I got to follow my own blueprint. Sometimes I want to get outside the lines. Get back in them lines, man. Sometimes I want to get outside the lines. And I have to pull myself back in and say, no, don't try to be fancy. Don't think you're trying to create something new. Just follow the proven blueprint. So y'all might have to do that to yourself from time to time. I know I do, because I get big-headed too and think it's me. It ain't me. It's history. History tells me this is what will happen if you just stay within the lines. Anytime I try to get out of the lines, see, I can remember when I was in grade school, little kid. You know how back then they could hit you on the hand with a ruler. Boop, you get out the line. The teacher could just walk around and hit you back then. Now they can't do that. But back then when I was in school, elementary school, you get out of line, boy, they will smack you right there in class in front of everybody else. So, you know, we down there coloring, doing our little work, and they tell you, stay in the lines. Not me. I want to get out of the line. Get hit with a ruler. Got to get back in the line. Same thing with our investing. Sometimes we want to get out of the line, and guess what'll happen? The stock market will hit us on the hand, and we got to get back in line. Yeah, because we try to, oh, I'm an expert now. I'm going to beat the stock market. Stock market will hit you on the hand with a ruler, get you back in line. That's what'll happen to you. It happened to me this year in 2024. Almost was, what was it? Super microcomputer. Almost recovered, made a little money, but almost. So I got to stay in the lines. You got to stay in the lines, guys. But if you follow the blueprint, you will, right? So let's talk about these 8 mega stocks. And like I said, some of you guys have already heard me mention some of them, but there are a couple new ones. Some oldies but goodies, and then a couple new ones. Some oldies but goodies. When I say goodies, I mean money makers, guys. I've made money in all of these stocks. All the old ones I've made money in. The new ones I plan on making money in. So let's start with one of the new ones, which is going to be Advanced Micro Devices. That's AMD, right? That's the ticker symbol, AMD. Why Advanced Micro Devices? Because they're a big boy company, in my opinion. They got a lot of runway. Now, 2024 wasn't as good to them, but there were various reasons why. slow product rollout. You're chasing the 900-pound silverback gorilla Nvidia. They got all the market share. You're trying to grab you a little market share. Your product's coming out too slow. A lot of things. But I believe good value for the dollar, right? Good value for the dollar. Company started in 1969. So they've weathered some storms. That's important, guys. That's important. You better find companies that have weathered some storms and still here. They've been through some stuff and they still here. Now, I got companies on my 8 mega stock list that ain't weathered those storms. But the ones who have weathered the storms, those are the ones who I will have the most interest in next year, right? So AMD is one of them. And here's what I think about AMD. You got a 52-week high of $227 a share. That's your 52-week high. Your 52-week low is where they're at today, or were at, which is 117. Now, they closed at 119 on Friday, but your 52-week low is 117, 52-week high is 227. See, there's the upside for a company that's been around since 1969. Some upside, guys. And I think this company is poised to get there. Now, I'm not here to give you some research lesson. You can go out on your own and do your own research, right? That's part of getting your knowledge tank full. See, part of you becoming a better investor, guys, is going out and filling up your knowledge tank. How do you fill up your knowledge tank? You go out to Google, use ChatGPT, and get you some knowledge. You ain't got to be no expert. I ain't no expert on AMD, but I do know there's a potential for at least $100 upside next year. Will they do it? I don't know. But I'm willing to put it on the short list and give it a shot. I think there's an opportunity for them to grab a little more market share from Nvidia. I think so. Why? Because everybody not going to be able to afford Nvidia's GPU prices for the chips. They're not going to be able to afford them. They're not going. One, Nvidia's running into supply issues. They cannot supply everybody Blackwell. So they got to go with the Magnificent 7 first. And then everybody comes behind that. That's where a company like AMD can slide in and say, hey, listen here, guys. We got some GPUs we can sell you. We got some inventory for you. We got some supply. Try us out. Maybe they pick up some market share because of Nvidia's supply chain issues. And I'm not saying Nvidia is going to lose anything. I'm just telling you, Nvidia can't have an infinite supply of chips. At some point, they got to close down the shop. And the good thing is AMD buys their chips from the same manufacturer Nvidia buys their chips. Nvidia buys their chips from Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Corp. That's where they buy their chips from. AMD buys their chips from the same place. Now, they get their chips and they do their own design, just like Nvidia will do. But guess what? Same company they're buying the chips from. This company can't make all the chips in the world. They can't make an infinite. At some point, the supply runs out. Nvidia already got their ranking of customers who get chips first, and that's going to be Magnificent 7, and then anything underneath that. AMD has an opportunity to pick up some of these customers under the Magnificent 7, maybe even the Magnificent 7. So I think there's some runway there. I'm willing to take a flyer on them and make the investment. That's all I can give you. I can't give you no more research on that. Y'all got to go out and do your own research and figure that out. But I've given you the one that I think my little reasons for AMD. Again, go do you some homework. Go to AMD's website. Figure out what they do, guys. That's not my job to sit here and spoon feed you every little piece of knowledge you get. You got to get your own knowledge tank up. Go out on their website and read about their company on their website. It'll tell you everything they do, everything they make, what they believe 2025 will deliver for them. It will give you all that information. You got to go out and do some of this fact finding yourself. I've given you a highlight. Now you got to go in and do the real work, but you can. Just use Google. Type in AMD in Google, hit search. ChatGPT is going to give you a quick little synopsis of what the company does. That's all you need, in my opinion. It's a big boy. They've been around since 1969, guys. That's on you. All right, let's move on. Next one is going to be Palantir Technologies, Inc., ticker symbol PLTR. Whoo! This has been a winner, guys. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Check this out. Check this out. 52-week high, $80.66. 52-week low, $15.67. I'm not very good at math, but that sounds like a pretty good return. Had I been in Palantir, had I been in Palantir at the 52-week low, $15 and some change, 52-week high. All of this has happened, guys, within 1 year. They went from a low of $15.67 on the stock to $80.66 on the stock. What is that? About a $65 upside? If I'm doing my math right? Here's the good news. They just got in the S&P 500 index several months ago. But they're headed to the NASDAQ 100. Once they get into the NASDAQ 100, what do you think is going to happen to the stock price? And again, guys, my job here is not to give you the history of Palantir. You go out and do that. You can go to Palantir's website and learn the history. Oh my God, I don't want to watch this because he's not giving me the history. He's not giving me the analytics. Where's his chart? I ain't going to provide no charts. What are y'all talking about? I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a stock picker. I'm not here to give you charts and convince you of anything. I'm just telling you what I'm going to be buying and giving you a little bit of, highlight. You got to go out and do all that. And that's my job to tell you that. I got no course to sell you on how to do that. I'm telling you what to do. Go to Google, type in Palantir Technology, and let ChatGPT give you a little highlights. I'm telling you, it's a monster company. You don't get in the S&P 500, guys, without being a monster. You don't get in the S&P 500 index. Do you understand that? See, this is why I keep telling y'all, stop trying to do research on stuff that's already right there in front of you. Do you really think Palantir Technologies would get in the S&P 500 if they weren't a giant, a big boy? Potential. They wouldn't, guys. You got S&P 500, guys, is the top 500 companies in America. You do know that, right? Only 500 companies can get in there. You do know there are thousands and thousands and thousands of companies in America, and only 500 get in there. This is one of them. What research do you need to do? What chart do you need to see? I mean, I need this chart. What's the? Listen, man. If it's good enough for the S&P 500, it's good enough for me. That's the way I look at it. If it's good enough for the NASDAQ 100, you do know this company is going to get in the NASDAQ 100 probably next year. See, this is what you got to understand, guys. Every time they get into one, like when they got into the S&P 500, guess what that did for them? Now, institutional investors like BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, companies like that, they go buy giant blocks of these companies and they put them in their ETFs. They put them in their ETFs. Now millions and millions and millions of shares are being bought by these institutional investors, guys, when they get invited to the S&P 500 index. You do know that, right? So all this research y'all trying to do and trying to become experts, and I need to know this guy shows me charts. I don't care what nobody show you on the internet. I'm never going to take anybody's opinion over the S&P 500 index. I don't care what YouTuber you listen to. He ain't smarter than the S&P 500 index. I don't care who he is, who she is, what course they got, what they promise you. They are not smarter than the S&P 500 index. Just saying. They are not smarter than the NASDAQ 100. They are not smarter than the Russell 2000 or the Dow 30. They're not smarter than them. Y'all got to stop letting these people on YouTube trick y'all, man. They're not smarter than them. They got an opinion just like I got an opinion, but that's all it is. They don't trump the S&P. Oh, I'm not going to invest in Palantir because ABC YouTuber said it's going to be a tanker next year. Well, somebody might want to tell the S&P 500 index that. They took them in. This is what, see, we spend so much time on all the wrong stuff. Let's move on. Palantir Technologies, in my opinion, $200 a share stock in 2025. Right now it's trading at $80 a share. Well, I want you to support that case, Richard. You need to support it. No, I don't. I ain't supporting nothing. I'm giving you my opinion. You go out and support it. You ain't got to buy it. I don't have to support nothing, guys. I'm not doing no charts. I ain't doing no graphs. I ain't doing none of that stuff. I'm just giving you my opinion. I think it's going to be a $200 per share stock, and I got no professional reason why. I just believe it is. I trust the S&P 500 index. I trust the NASDAQ 100. So I think it'll be a $200 a share stock next year, $120 upside from today. My opinion. As those government contracts keep rolling in, and you do know Palantir, not just government contracts, now they've rolled over into private industry where they're doing contracts for other companies outside of the government. Once they ramp that business up, and they are ramping it up, guys, they went from $15.67 a share within the last 12 months to $80 a share. I don't know what y'all thinking, but they're doing something right. So put them on the short list. Don't put them on the short list. That's on you. Let's keep moving. Let's go with, who we go with next? Number 3, Netflix. Woo! Another one. What, let me see. Market cap. $388 billion market cap. 52-week low. Check this out, guys. 52-week low. $461 a share. That's the 52-week low. Here's the 52-week high. $941 a share. Guys, I ain't really good with math, but that sounds like they must have doubled the share price in 12 months. Woo! That's a monster, guys. But here's the good part. Here's the good part. They probably are a $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 a share stock next year, in my opinion. See, Netflix is starting to do something to change the game, right? Remember, back in the day, remember how Netflix started? You send them a little thing, they send you some little DVDs. Not today. They're a whole different company. You did see the Tyson, Jake Paul fight. They had live streaming it. Now the live stream was a little bit dicey, but they broke records. They broke records with that right there. Why? Because that's what people want to see. People want to see, and that's what I like about Netflix. They put things on that people actually want to see and will pay for. They broke records with that Tyson Jake Paul fight. Broke records. They're going to keep doing that, guys. Now they've come up with a format where, hey, I ain't got to pay you $16.99 a month. No, pay me $6.99 a month. We'll throw a few commercials in your programming, and you only pay $6.99 a month. Guess what I did? And I got enough money to afford the $16.99 a month. Guess what I did? I don't mind catching them couple commercials doing my program. Give me the $6.99. Exploded. And they're going to continue to innovate, guys. Now they're bringing in who? NFL. You do know they're getting ready to have an NFL game either this weekend or something. They got an NFL game on Netflix now. I'm telling you guys, once they bring the NFL in, you do there is no other sport on the planet. Well, I take that back. Soccer is pretty big outside of the United States. Let's say United States. There is no other sport in the United States that's bigger than football, NFL football. NFL football, no bigger. Now, soccer globally is. So in other markets, maybe it's soccer that they bring in. But in the United States, if you live here, it's NFL. And they got an NFL game coming on. Yes, they do. Kansas City Chiefs and somebody. I'm telling y'all guys, it's a game changer. I'm going to be a part of it. These people are innovators. They're innovators. They doubled their stock price, guys, in 12 months. Went from 400 and something to 900 and something in 12 months, guys. And I think there's more room for growth next year. And again, I ain't gonna give you no charts. I ain't got none of that. I ain't finna make no investment case for them. I'm not gonna try to sit here and convince you. You don't wanna buy it, don't buy it. You go buy whatever you wanna buy. I'm just telling you what's on my list, right? Closed at $909.05 on Friday. Let's see what, I didn't even give you all this, but let's see what the return has been year to date. A 94% return year to date. That's where that double, 400 and something to 900 and something, that's that double. Just think if you was in that double in 24. What that have done to your net worth if you would have doubled that thing? There you go. So all I'm telling you guys is you can do whatever you want to do. I got the chat open, so you got knuckleheads in here, but that's okay. That's okay. I killed it this year, guys. For all the doubters and the naysayers, just want to give y'all a quick little PSA. What is it? Public service announcement. Here's a PSA. Here's a quick PSA for some of you clowns in here. PSA. I killed it, guys. I live a great lifestyle. I drive whatever car I want to drive. I help millions of people each year on my YouTube channel. Probably do about 15 to 18 million views this year on my YouTube channel. Not mega, but that's 15 to 18 million eyeballs that I helped this year. You think I'm concerned about it and you clowns? I'm not. I help between 15 and 18 million people every year on this YouTube channel. And I'm really compensated very well for it. So I keep telling y'all, help enough people get what they want, you get what you want. That's the motto, guys. Help enough people get what they want, you get what you want. See, I help 15 to 18 million people a year, and I get rewarded for it. So I'm gonna keep doing that. All right, let's move on. I've given you number 3. Let's go to number 4. Here's the 4th mega stock I'm gonna be buying in 2025. Here we go. Serve Robotics. Now, I love Serve Robotics because it's the gift that keeps on giving. Have y'all ever heard that terminology, the gift that keeps on giving? Boy, this Serve Robotics is the gift that keeps on giving. Remember now, I introduced this company to a lot of you guys on my main YouTube channel 5-6 months ago. Remember? I said, guys, this is a company Nvidia has invested money in. They bought shares of this company. Matter of fact, they bought 3.7 million shares of this company. The company only has 37 million shares outstanding. They bought 10% of the outstanding shares. Nvidia did. I told y'all that 6-7 months ago. I said, jump on this thing. At that time, it was trading at about $6 a share. It went from $6 a share and ran itself up to $24 a share within a matter of 3 or 4 months after I introduced it to you guys. Some of you guys did what? Executed. Why? Because your knowledge tank was full. You followed the blueprint. You trusted me and followed the blueprint. Your knowledge tank was full, not empty. Some of y'all, your knowledge tank was empty because you wouldn't receive the knowledge. See, some of y'all won't receive the knowledge, so your knowledge tank stays empty. You won't receive the knowledge. But for those that received the knowledge, filled up the knowledge tank, they had enough fuel to execute. And guess what? Boom, killed it. Then guess what happened? It went down. And I've noticed something. I've noticed the pattern with this company because it's a growing company. It's trying to grow. And again, I'm not here to give you a fact sheet on Serve Robotics. Go to Google, type in Serve Robotics, and ChatGPT will give you the highlights. Furthermore, if you want to continue filling up your knowledge tank, go to their website. It'll tell you exactly what they do. Stop trying to get people on YouTube to tell you everything you need to know for you to make a decision. That's not good enough, guys. You need to go to Serve Robotics website. Don't listen to nobody in the chat. Go and do your own research. Listen to the guy who actually owns this YouTube channel, not anybody in this chat. Because if they were a prolific investor, they wouldn't be in here. If they were prolific investors, they wouldn't be in here. Trust me on that. That's all you got to keep in your mind. Anytime you see people in the chat trying to give advice, guys, if they were a prolific investor, they would not be in here. You don't see Tom Lee in here, do you? That's a prolific investor. You don't see Warren Buffett in here, do you? That's a prolific investor. I'm just trying to connect the dots for you guys and help you out. I'm trying to connect the dots for you and help you out. Serve Robotics is the gift that keeps on giving. Go do your research on it. I think it's going to be a great little company. But for now, for me, it's a short. When it runs it, now right now, it's trading at $14.61 a share. I'm not a buyer at that price. I'm not a buyer at that price. I'm a buyer at $8 a share, somewhere in the eights or less. So what will I do in 2025 with Serve Robotics? I'm gonna wait till it has its pump, the run up. I'm gonna wait, and then it's gonna come back down. When it comes back down to $8 a share, $8.50 a share, somewhere in the eights or lower, Richard Fain will buy it. I'm gonna buy it in the eights, and I'm gonna wait till the next time it makes a run, which it will 2 to 3 times next year. It will make a run. And those 2 to 3 times, I'm gonna double my money. Because when it gets in the eights, I'm gonna buy a big chunk of it and wait. And once it has its run, I'm gonna parachute out around $13 to $14 a share. I want $5 a share. I'm gonna parachute out and wait till the next time. That's why I buy Serve Robotics. I do not buy Serve Robotics because I think it's gonna be some $2 trillion company. I hope it does, but I won't be there for that. I'm gonna be in the Caribbean on my island drinking drinking some lemonade. I'm gonna be in it. So short term, that's what I'm in it for. And I've told you my strategy. $8 a share in the eights or lower, I buy it. And I wait for the run. Just like, listen, about 3 weeks ago, it was in the eights, guys. Now look where it's at. See, it'll do this 3 or 4 times next year. And every time it does it, I'm gonna double my money, double my money, double my money, double my money, and then get out. All right, so that's Serve Robotics. Let's look at the 52-week low, $1.77. 52-week high, $24.09. I'm just telling you guys what is going on. This is what the history of it's been for 2024. I've watched this thing. I've invested in this thing all of 2024, and I've watched it. I'm telling you what it's going to do. Again, not a financial advisor, just trying to put you on game, get your knowledge tank full, so when this thing do that, you know. Just telling you. Ask my wealth builders. Any of my wealth builders in here, they'll know that. This is what it does. So that's one of the mega. That's one of the 8 mega stocks. What do they do, Richard? You didn't tell us what they do. Why don't you tell us what they do? No, I'm not going to tell you what they do. You can go to ChatGPT on Google and find out what they do. Why would I spend any time trying to tell you what they do when you can go research that? That's what you got to do. Let's move on to number 4? No, number 5. No, number 4. Let's move on to number 4. Number 4 is going to be Sofi Technologies. Right? Sofi Technologies. Now I will give you a little snigget of what these guys do, because you know, you want to know a little bit. I'll give you a little sneak peek. I'll give you a little sneak peek on them. But it's a great company. It's a great company, and they do quite well, man. They're gonna be a monster company, I think. This one right here will be a monster company, I think. It's gonna be a while, but they will be I think they will be a monster company. Where are they trading at today? $15.35. $15.35, right? Financial services company, but with a technology spin, right? Financial services company with a technology spin. Here we go, 52-week low, $6.01. 52-week high, $17.09. So again, almost tripled the stock price in 12 months. Almost tripled the stock price in 12 months. Bright future, guys. Year to date, 59% ROI. That's year to date, 59% ROI. What's their market cap? Market cap is about $16 billion company, market cap wise. So again, you know, not a baby company, but certainly not a monster, right? Certainly not a monster. When you go look at the quarterly financials from September, everything green. Revenue up 34%, net income up 122%, EPS up 117%, net profit margin up 116%. And when you look at June quarter numbers, you look at March quarter numbers, you look at December quarter numbers of last year, guys, everything's green. Everything. So this Sofi Technologies has a bright future. Again, go out and do your homework. Go to their website. First place you start is the website. Go find out what these folk do. Go find out what these folk do, man. But everything green. I'm talking about the last 4 quarters. Everything green. They got a bright future, guys. I mean, everything is green. The last 4 quarters. December 2023, EPS. They beat EPS by 23%. They beat revenue by 3.87%. March 2024, beat EPS by 638%. Beat revenue by 3.92%. June 2024, beat EPS by 60%. Beat revenue by 5.30%. September 2024, beat EPS by 17.83%. Beat revenue by 8.78%. Everything's green. Last 4 quarters. All I'm telling you guys, there's an opportunity here, if you want to get some more information on Sofi Technologies. I just gave you some of the quarterly financial numbers. It's all green. Everything looks good. Now, that doesn't mean there'll be a winner chicken dinner, but history says they're a good company. So put them on your short list and check them out. That's what I'm going to be doing, right? I'm going to figure out a way to make some money with this company. $16 billion company. It has some runway. Go to the website and figure out what these people do and figure out if it makes sense for you and your portfolio. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to number 5. No, number 6. Let's move on to number 6. Let's move on to number 6, which is going to be SoundHound. Ticker symbol SOUN. And then the last one, Sofi, ticker symbol SOFI. So SoundHound. This was one I didn't know anything about. But the wealth builders, they hit me onto this. I was in the community chat one day and I saw the wealth builders talking about this company. See, this is why I tell y'all guys, the wealth builders on Patreon, my financial community, is worth the $15.99 or whatever the fee is. It's worth it, right? It's worth it. What you get out of it, it's worth it just getting this information right here on SoundHound. Because when I got the information, it was trading a lot lower than $21.76 a share. It was trading lower than that. But I'd have never known about this company had I not been in a financial community that provides nuggets, tips, best practices, what's working, what's not working. See, had I never saw that in the community chat, it would have never been on the radar. That's why I keep telling y'all guys, stay in the matrix if you want to. Go ahead. Ain't nobody gonna give you no nuggets. Ain't nobody gonna give you no tips, no best practices. You're not gonna be able to have a Q&A where you got direct access to me 365 days a year. I don't take no days off. I take days off when I'm in the Caribbean Ocean on my island. That's when I'll take some days off. But right now, I'm grinding. I'm 365 all in. I want to help 20 million people next year on the YouTube channel. I'll do probably about 15 million this year. A little bit down, but 15 million this year, but I want to do 20 million next year. views. That's eyeballs. That's my goal. If I help 20 million people next year, guess what? I'm gonna be compensated really, really nice for helping people. So that's the goal. So my point is, I wouldn't have known about SoundHound if the wealth builders hadn't dropped it in the community chat and we were talking about it. That's the power of having a financial community in your quiver. It's an arrow in your quiver, a really sharp arrow, very, very productive arrow. Just saying, guys, if you want to be a part of that, get down in the description box and click on the website link. Take you over to go to the website, hit the join button, membership button, take you over to Patreon, sign up, or stay in the matrix and do it by yourself. What you got to ask yourself, though, is with that strategy, how did you do last year? How did you do last year with that strategy of doing it on your own and being the expert? How did you do? I don't know. You got to answer that question. SoundHound, 52-week high. I'm sorry, 52-week low. $1.62 a share. That's the 52-week low. 52-week high, $24.08. This is what I'm telling you guys, man. It's so much money to be made out here if we would just allow ourselves to fill up our knowledge tank. I mean, come on, man. Somebody made a killing on this thing last year. I'm gonna make a killing in 2025. I missed out on 24, but I will not miss out on 25, right? Won't miss out on 25. So get out on Google, type in SoundHound AI Inc., go to their website, figure out everything they do, because I'm not here to give you that. Nope, not gonna give it to you. You gotta go get it on your own, fill up your knowledge tank, but it's very easy. Go to Google, type it in, go to the website. Read the website. It'll tell you what they do. It'll tell you who the CEO is. It'll tell you who the executive team is. It'll tell you what their secret sauce is. Why are they different from other companies in their industry? It'll tell you the secret sauce. And then you make a decision if you believe it or not. Right? There's an element of risk here, guys. But if you want the big reward, you got to take on some big risks. See, you can't take on little risks and expect a big reward. You do know that, right? It don't work that way. If you want a little risk and a little reward, keep your money in your money market account at your bank. Then you got to worry about no big reward because you won't get one. But you will get a little reward. But that little reward is not going to pay your bills if you can't work. So you got to step it up, take on more risks so you can get a bigger reward. That's what I'm talking about here today. All of this stuff is risky. No guarantees, could lose it all. But what's your other option? Play it safe and work for the rest of your life? If that's the option, you won't take that option. That ain't the option I wanted. I'll take on more risks. I like to call it calculated risk. I'll take on more calculated risk so I can get a more calculated reward. I need a big reward, so I got to take on some more risk. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that as long as it's the right investments with historical performance track record. That's all I need, historical performance, and I'm Gucci. So that's SoundHound, guys. Go check it out. Let me give you the market cap. $8 billion market cap, baby company, $8 billion market cap, got some runway. Go to the website, figure out what the secret sauce is, and do you believe in them? And there you go. So let's move on. Let's go to number 7. Rocket Lab. Now, I tell y'all right now, I'm in Rocket Lab and I'm doing okay. I'm trying to ink one more day out of it. So Monday, the 23rd, I'm going to bail out. So I'm going to give it one more day, bail out, take my little profits and move on and wait till next year. But Rocket Lab is a great company. Again, it's an industry disruptor. They're in the aerospace industry, make rocket ships. But you got an old guard out here. You got 4 companies that control the aerospace industry, guys. They're dinosaurs, though. Four companies that control the aerospace industry. when it comes to manufacturing rockets. 4 companies. But that's the old school way of doing it. Rocket Lab and companies like SpaceX represent the new era, and they're gaining market share. But you got to understand, these 4 big boy companies, woo, man, they carry a big punch, right? Here's the difference. One of the old companies, when they make a rocket ship, it costs about $500 million. And you can only use it once. That's the old way of doing things. The new way of doing things is like what Rocket Lab does. Cost them about $50 million to create a rocket, but you can reuse it. So I like that. And that's why Rocket Lab, SpaceX, and companies like that are starting to gain some traction. And I like that. I like that about Rocket Lab USA. I like what I'm hearing, and I think they will continue to pick up more government contracts. I also think as space exploration becomes more mainstream, where regular schmegglers can go up, that's where a company like Rocket Lab will explode. Now only billionaires can go. Well, even billionaires can't really go. But once it becomes more retail, instead of government only and NASA only and billionaires only, and mainstream can get more access to space exploration, these guys going to the moon. I'm just telling you, great little company. Again, go out to Google, Chat GPT, type in Rocket Lab USA Inc., go to the website, take a look at what's the secret sauce, what differentiates them from the old guard. Why are they better than the old guard? Right? Figure that out and put it on your list. I'm going to make a bunch of money in Rocket Lab next year. Bunch of it. Because they also have a little up and down thing going on, and I know how to get in on the down and get back out on the up. Right now, I got in on the down and I'm gonna get out at the up, and I keep playing that one. A lot of y'all might say, well, golly, man, that's timing the market. It is. To some degree, it is. I ain't gonna lie, it is. But you fail to understand, I got a whole DCA Blueprint 1.0 that's time in the market. With my little reserve money over here, from time to time, I'm a time to market, but that's okay. I paid the price. I paid the price. Some of y'all ain't paid no price. So you need to stick to 1.0, to ETFs, until you learn something, until you fill up your knowledge tank to the point where you know a little bit more. I know a little bit more because my knowledge tank has been full for 30 years. But by no means do I hang my hat on timing the market. I hang my hat on time in the market. That's where the bulk of my wealth was built. I've paid the price where I can take some reserve cash and play around a little bit, because if I strike out, it ain't the end of my world. Some of y'all, if you take the money you have and strike out, it's the end of your financial world. It won't be that way for me because I got Blueprint 1.0. That's the difference, right? So Rocket Lab definitely is a mega stock for me next year, 20x the net worth. And I love net worth this year, doubled. Doubled this year. Net worth, doubled. Doubled. It's a good year. It's a good year. Next year, Rocket Lab gonna help me do that again. All right, last one. Y'all know I had to say the best for last. Drum roll. Brrr. Nvidia or Nvidia, whichever way you want to call it. So I saved the best for last because a lot of y'all have counted out Nvidia. A lot of y'all saying Nvidia time has passed. And I know some of y'all, when the stocks go selling down, I go to them, I glaze through my comments sometime on some of my videos when Nvidia is tanking, right? They happy that it's tanking. But what they don't know is I done already made so much money in Nvidia that it's crazy. It's crazy. The amount of money that I've already made, right? So I don't worry about that. I let people say what they want to say. I know Nvidia is the 900-pound silverback gorilla. I still think they got a lot of runway. I'm going to still continue buying them. I saw something online where some analyst or somebody was like, oh, could Nvidia go to $65 a share in 2025? I hope it does. Because if it does, I'm going to be all over it. If it go anywhere under $100, matter of fact, it ain't got to go down to $100 a share. If it go anywhere between, let's say 110 down, I'm buying more of it. I got the war chest already ready to go. So do what you want to do because I'm 10 years in this thing. My bet is in 10 years, it'll be a $6 trillion company. So I'll get my payday on the end. See, I won't get my payday up front, guys. A lot of y'all want y'all's payday up front, and that's okay. If that's what you want to hop in and out of the stock, do that. It's your strategy. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm okay with that. You do it. You do you. I'm going to do me. See, my payday is going to be at the end. My payday is not going to be in the front. My payday is going to be in the end because, see, here's what's going to happen, in my opinion. If it does go down next year, I'm going to buy more. Every time it goes down to a point where I believe it adds value to the portfolio, I'm going to buy more and I'm going to wait. See, I get my payday at the end. See, that's that long-term buy and hold, big boy blue chip, long-term wealth transfer blueprint 1.0 strategy. That's that long-term thing that you just dollar cost average in and buy and buy and buy and buy and buy, and you get your payday at the end. See, these other 7 that I explained to you guys earlier, I can get my payday up front. They can be shorts. But Nvidia is not a short, it's a long. Palantir is going to be a long. So let's say 6 of the 8 could be short. Now, Netflix might even roll into a long, but most of these stocks that I've talked to you about today are going to be short-term investments for me where I'm going to get in and out of them. But if a company like Nvidia gets down in the 110 range, I'm going to buy a ton of it and just wait for 10 years. This is what I've done for 30 years, guys, and I've built a lot of wealth, lots. So I'm telling you, the long-term strategy, in my opinion, is the way to go, but you don't have to use that strategy. You can do whatever strategy you want to use. I'm just giving you what I'm doing. So here we go. Currently, right now, we got a 52-week low of $47.32, and we got a 52-week high of $152.89. So that's where you're at. We got a $3.3 trillion market cap. That makes it the 3rd most valuable company in the world, I believe, behind Apple and Microsoft. It closed at $134.70. Now, remember that 52-week high, they did that several weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago. Could have bailed out then if I wanted to, but I'm not short in this thing, man. See, my payday is down the road, and I know that. And there's going to be some trials and tribulations, a lot of bumps in the road, a lot of everything in the way. But I believe 10 years from now, I'm going to hold on to my Nvidia stock. I think 10 years from now, it 10x's itself. That's my opinion. That don't mean it'll come true. That's why I have other investments that I invest in, and I don't keep all my eggs in one basket. Because if it don't come true, my eggs are spread around in many different baskets. I would make sure and challenge you guys not to put all your eggs in one basket. Please have you multiple baskets. And when I say multiple baskets, I'm talking about ETFs. Please don't hang your hat on just these individual stocks, man. That's not the way to go, in my opinion. Just my opinion. You do whatever you want to do because it's your financial plan. But my opinion, that's not the way to go. But there you go. I'm not going to tell you anything else about Nvidia, because you guys already know it's a 900-pound silverback gorilla. It controls the artificial intelligence industry. It got the best GPUs out there. It's the #1 market share. It's the #1 AI company in the world. Y'all already know all that. So I ain't gonna go through all that. And if you don't know it, go to Google to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to tell you about Nvidia. You ain't even got to do no homework. ChatGPT will give you the whole thing. It'll tell you exactly who they are. They're a monster. And they're going to continue to be a monster because ain't nobody going to, AMD will get a little market share. Broadcom will get a little market share, but they're not Nvidia. They don't make the best chips in the world. Nvidia does. And there's a premium price for those chips, and people are paying it. Some of y'all might say, well, golly, the Magnificent Seven are starting to create their own chips. They have to, because there are supply constraints. So excuse me. So some of these companies, they got to make their own chips, some chips. But for the more sophisticated platforms, they still look to Nvidia for the more sophisticated chips, the more advanced chips. They'll look to Nvidia and companies like that. And then they'll make some other chips for the other parts of their business so they don't have to worry about supply constraints. That's just smart business. That's just smart business. But Nvidia is going to be more than just a chip company. Y'all know that, right? They're going to be more than that. That's why they're buying interest in all these companies they buying interest in, like ARM Holdings, Serve Robotics, Applied Digital. I forgot to put the Applied Digital on the list. That's another one. That's number 9. I didn't even talk about Applied Digital, but that's number 9. But Nvidia is going to be more than just a great chip maker. They'll be the first company to hit $4 trillion in market cap. I believe they'll do that next year. I believe they'll hit 4 million, because the only thing that's holding them back right now is proving that Blackwell, their new, latest and greatest advanced chip, is killing it. Once they can prove Blackwell has been successful, they take off next year. But they got to prove that. They got to prove it through revenue. So I think you'll see in February, when they come out with Q4 revenue for fiscal 25, I think you'll see a revenue jump in Blackwell. And then they just got to finish out fiscal year 26, continuing to ramp it. They do that, they get the $4 trillion market cap next year. That's my opinion. Not a financial advisor, not trying to tell you what to do, just give you my little thoughts, right? Well, guys, hey, check this out. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, if you want to be on the team with me, on the Moomoo team, get down in the description box and click on that Moomoo link. Open up your Moomoo account. That's the brokerage account that I'm going to be using in 2025. That's my preferred method of investing, is in my Moomoo brokerage account. If you want to be a part of that and you want to get yourself up to 15 free stocks for just trying out their brokerage app, then get down to the description box and click on that number 1 link, that first link in the description box. Sign up for Moomoo. They're going to give you 5 free stocks if you put $100 in the account when you sign up. I see you in there. NVTS is another good one. I got you. That's on the list too. Made a bunch of money on NVTS as well. Guys, I couldn't put them all on the list, but NVTS is another good one. I'm glad somebody in the chat, probably one of my wealth builders, brought that up. But NVTS is a good one as well. But back to Moomoo. $100 in the account when you open it, 5 free stocks. $1,000 in the account when you open it, 15 free stocks from Moomoo, just for trying out the brokerage app. Then you can take your $100 or your $1,000 or however much you put in there. You can take that money and maybe purchase some of these 8 mega stocks I just talked about. Maybe some of these mega stocks I just talked about, you may want to think about some of those with the money that you put in the Moomoo account. Also, my wealth transfer blueprint 1.0, you may want to think about that as well. You can just send me an email through the website and let me know, hey, Richard, I opened the Moomoo account. Send me the tutorial videos for the Moomoo brokerage app. I can send you that. I got tutorial videos that the good folks at Moomoo put together to kind of make it easy for people to learn how to use the app. I got those videos. I can send you those, but I can also send you the Wealth Transfer Blueprint 1.0, which will outline my ETFs that I'm buying, right? It'll outline my S&P 500 ETF and my information technology ETF, and it'll outline the big boy stocks that I'm buying, the Magnificent Seven, basically. I've already given you the other stocks that I'm going to be considering in 2025, but the blueprint is where I hang my hat. That's where the bulk of the wealth is made, is in that blueprint. So you can have that as well. It's a video. It's about 30 minutes long. You can watch that. It'll walk you through why I believe it gives me a chance to win and win big. So all of that I'll send you through the website, but you got to email me. Second link down in the description box. Well, guys, it's been a wonderful, wonderful hour with you guys, but I got to get out of here. I appreciate y'all, man. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Like I said, don't sleep on the Moomoo offer. Get yourself down there in the Moomoo offer, man, at first link. Also the website, check out the digital products. Also join the Wealth Builders, fastest growing financial community on Patreon, guys. It's nothing like it, man. We have a great time. We help each other. We do great things over there. Nobody's trying to sell you nothing. Nobody's trying to, none of that. All we do is help each other build wealth, man. So if you want to be a part of that, in the website, click on the membership button or the join button and come join us. Why not come join us and be a part of this fantastic community that we have, guys? If you don't make an investment in yourself, guys, nobody else is going to make an investment in you. You do know that, right? You do know that, right? Nothing in this life is for free, right? If you want a community to be around, it ain't free. You know, or stay in the matrix. That's free. You can stay in the matrix. You can stay in the matrix by yourself and get fooled and manipulated and misled. And go right ahead. That's your other option. But if you want to get out of that, join the Wealth Builders. Like I said, you can join through my website. Appreciate y'all, man. Have a good weekend. I'm going to finish up my weekend strong, getting ready for Christmas. I'm looking forward to it. It's a wonderful time of year for me. For those of you that believe in that, I believe in it. And I'm so ready for it to celebrate my Lord and Savior's birthday. Now, some of y'all may disagree with that, but that's okay. We ain't got to agree on any of that stuff. But that's what I'm looking to do. I'm ready for it. And spending time with my family. And then getting back to work. Getting ready for 25. Getting ready to the... Ooh. Guys, I just know it's going to be so much wealth built in 2025, man. Please be a part of this with me. Please tune into this YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe right now. Hit the post notification bell so that you're notified. We're going to be doing a lot of content in 2025, all geared around helping you get to your bag, helping you get to your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, help you get to your financial freedom. Be a part of that. Stay tuned. Don't miss any videos. You can't afford to miss any videos. Remember, got to get the knowledge tank filled up. Get the knowledge tank filled up, guys. You got to be hands-on, though. Hands-on. So I hope you do that. I hope you join us. I want to thank the person that gave me my super chat. So thank you. It says, happy holidays, brother. Thanks for the daily golden nuggets. And that came from Mariucci. Of course, I can't pronounce the name, but he knows who he is or she knows who they are. Appreciate the super chat. I appreciate that, man. See, the thing is, and I'm going to let y'all go. The thing is, guys, 99% of y'all are here for the right reasons. 99% of y'all know that I'm a guy that's been consistent for 5 years on YouTube, going into my 6th year of making these videos pretty much every day and trying to give you guys guidance. I'm no expert. Y'all know that. I'm a human being, just like you. I have feelings. I have desires. I have a family. I have a God that I serve. I have my faults. But all through all of that, I'm still here to help people. There's not one day goes by that I don't help somebody. And guys, there is no other feeling like that in the world, man. That's priceless. There's not one day or one night I close my eyes before I go to bed and I haven't helped somebody. That's priceless. That's the greatest gift in the world you can give somebody is help. So please, anything you know that you can help people, go help them, man. Go help them. Go help them. It's priceless. There's no feeling. There's nothing you can buy. Nothing that will give you the feeling when you help somebody. So please do more of that in 2025. Appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, if you're stopping by the channel for the first time, subscribe, share the video, smash the like button. Thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy, get wealthy. And when life smiles at you, smile back. Peace.